I'm glad you're joining me today. This is Harbor Famous, my not-so-subtle scheme to talk to the most interesting and entertaining people right here in Grays Harbor. You know the folks. You see them around town, and they just kind of always make you smile. Well, I wanted to have a chat with them. My name is Stephen Vogel, and I am so glad you're joining me today, and I hope that you have as much fun as I'm about to. Thank you for joining us. I hope that next song's just as peppy so I can dance to that too. Love royalty-free music that you can really get a groove to. Hey, welcome to the very first episode of Harbor Famous, where I talk to my friends and local celebrities around Grays Harbor, Washington about what's going on and what's keeping them entertained and what their art is and what's funny and what's going on. For my first episode, I have some obvious choices in friends to bring in here. They are my brothers from other mothers. I have joining me by a remote satellite from South Aberdeen. I have Jason Whited.
Am I too close to the camera, Stephen?
Oh gosh.
Oh wait.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And then from way out in Central Park, we have Bryan Blackburn joining us. How's it going?
Hey, what up?
Hi, Bryan.
Hi, Bryan. So these are the things that we have to do to be able to talk to each other in the world of social distancing. We're not doing any plays right now. So
Right.
Yeah. So actually, since I realized that probably the one person watching us right now is somebody that knows us more than likely and knows that we know each other from, well, I know both of you from Driftwood. Maybe you guys met somewhere else, but
No, Bryan and I met at Driftwood.
You met at Driftwood.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you guys meet at Driftwood?
Almost Maine?
Was it that? I
think it was
can't
that.
remember. I almost feel like it goes before that, but I can't think of what a show would be. Had you done a show before Almost Maine?
Oh, yeah. The Importance of Being Earnest. God's Favorite.
Was Ernest your first show at Driftwood?
God's Favorite. Then Earnest.
Oh,
then
gotcha. Okay.
Present Laughter, I believe.
I think I did a show just before God's Favorite. I can't remember what it was. But my first show was actually directed by Toby Ingram. And, or no, that was my second show. First show was Streetcar Named Desire. And Gary Marine directed that. I got to play Pablo, a friend of Stanley. That was a pretty awesome show. We really enjoyed that. We had a good time.
And then there was the Matchmaker with all three of us.
Yeah, we were all in the Matchmaker, although I realized at one point that Bryan and I's characters could be played by the same person because we were never on stage at the same time, which was odd because like we were usually one of us was on stage, but never at the same time. So, but no, those two roles were played by two separate people. We have a common history with one role though, and that is way back in '94 before Driftwood, you played a role down in Raymond, Jason.
Yeah. I got to be Ellard in The Foreigner.
You got to be Ellard in The Foreigner. And the look on Bryan's face. So when Driftwood decided to do The Foreigner in late 2009, the show was in early 2010, they found the right actor to recruit to bring in to play Ellard and begged Bryan to come in and play Ellard. in The Foreigner. He said, all right, yeah, I guess I can kind of come in and do it. And then nobody off the street came in, had never done theater in Grace Harbor before. Nobody even knew who he was, walked in and ungraciously stole that prime role from him. And I only feel a little bad about that because, you know, all the great things that I've got to do in the last 10 years, getting to know you guys. So I'm a little sorry, but not a whole lot. It was honestly my one moment in theater where I maybe was actually good as an actor. Yeah. So Bryan, sorry, I did steal the role of Ellard. So Bryan has never played Ellard Sims in The Foreigner, and I really apologize for that. Your time will come. Maybe we could do it. Maybe we could do The Foreigner again, and then you could play. Well, you'd probably play David now, wouldn't you?
No, he gets to be Ellard this time, and then I'll play David, and you get to be Owen.
I'm gonna play Owen. I don't know that I could play Owen. I don't know if I have that. Yeah, Owen. Everybody's going, what? I've never seen The Foreigner. Well, you should see The Foreigner. Every community theater ever's done it. You should see it. Should have seen it when Driftwood did it, or when Willapa did it, or
you can go to AberdeenDriftwood.com and check out all the cool photos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So from that one, and Willapa players have a site too, don't they, with their history?
I believe on Facebook there is a page called Willapa Players Fan.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's in depth as anything else. I don't know that. I'd have to look to see if there's a website again. That's something I haven't looked at in a long time.
Yeah, but as I think Bryan noted, the one show where somebody said it, where we all got together and really I got to meet both of you guys, was on the Matchmaker, where, you know, when Nina Marine kissed me. I'm not just saying, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it was on the cheek. It was, you know, and then I passed out. But a real girl.
I was engaged and I didn't get to kiss anyone.
Well, it was to Jennifer. I mean, oh, sorry, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Hi, Jennifer. I don't know if you're watching, but I know Jennifer's going to watch us, right? Because how can she avoid us? Like, if she knows the three of us are together, she's watching. So, hi, Jennifer. We love you. Come back to the harbor.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the things that I want to do with this going forward is to have what I call FOHAs, former harborites, can kind of come on and we can, you know, see and chat. And maybe I can invite some of you, one or both of you, on, because I can have up to 6 people at a time on this. So maybe, yeah, I know, scary, huh? We could talk to some former harborites and see what they're doing in their various other locales. But yeah, so that was the Matchmaker. And then our really next show with all three of us was Flaming Idiots, which was, right? That was before that. Yeah, that was after that. And so I played the role of director, which is my best role, because then nobody has to see me pretend to act. But and then Bryan was Phil, and Jason was probably one of his favorite characters, Ernesto.
Oh yeah. Ernesto's definitely one of my top 3.
Nice. Yeah. So fun show. I don't want to get too much into like what Flaming Idiots is, because it's coming up eligible. So maybe we can resurrect Flaming Idiots in the next, I don't know, 2-3 years. Have a little have a little stab at that wonderful piece of comedy again. Can't have a full reunion anymore, but we could certainly get a lot of the old gang back together and bring in some new folks to bring that show back. So, and then we were all, the only time that we've ever spent on stage, really on stage together, was in 2015. We did the Nerd.
That's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a really fun show. We had a lot of good opportunities to make that show interesting, and I think everybody in the cast always went with their best choices, and really made it entertaining.
Yeah, won a lot of awards. Directed by our good friend Dave Lund. Yeah, so there is one Driftwood award that lives in my house, and it's not mine. It's my kid's from his role in The Nerd. He was, I think, 7 and got Best Actor in a Small Role in The Nerd. And he's only been rubbing it in my face for about 5 years now. So
yeah, he always seems to get a really good kick out of me asking him how my favorite award-winning Pooh Vogel friend is doing.
Yeah. Well, say there's only one award-winning Pavogel in the house. So, yeah. But so that was fun. And then you guys have both won actually a lot of awards, right? You've got a hammer too, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 hands or 3?
Yeah, I think it's 3.
Yeah, which would tie with a couple others. I don't think
Yeah.
anybody's gotten more than 3, but I think 2 or 3 other
I
people.
think I'm tied with like Ernie Ingram,
Uh-huh.
and that was the last time I remember really looking at that award.
Eddie might have 3. I don't know.
Yeah, Eddie might be up there too.
Yeah,
Eddie, if you're watching, you need to get on here and let us know.
let us know. That's a good plug to get Eddie on here. And Bryan, you've got a few Best Actor awards.
A few. 3, I think.
3. Okay, yeah. So that's 3 more than me. So that's why I like to direct, because there's no pressure of getting any awards. It's not about the awards, really. I mean, it's about just knowing you did a good job.
Yeah, until you get one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true. I'm really excited because I do get a direct this summer. Maybe if we if theaters back open again, then this July we'll have the history of America, the complete history of America Bridge Diet Mountain Dew. Nice. I have what do I have? Strawberry Spindrift. It's sparkling water and strawberry juice and no sweetener.
Are you sure that's not Skinny Girl?
It is not Skinny Girl. It tastes actually worse, but
water.
The great thing, oh, look at you being all healthy. I've definitely been putting on the COVID-19 through the quarantine. Yeah, they said that I can do the complete history of America abridged because we could put that on without fear of the audience getting too crowded. We can still maintain social distancing. And no, summer shows are usually safe regardless of what it is, just because people don't do it. But
it doesn't have the word Shakespeare in it. You're fine.
It doesn't have the word Shakespeare. So actually, when we did the complete works of William Shakespeare Bridge starring Bryan and Mercedes and Cheyenne, that it was very well received by people that hate Shakespeare. So
very nice.
Maybe the complete history of America Bridge will be really well received by people that hate history. So it's just funny stuff. So we're hoping to put on a good show where we can put on some stuff in advance. Oh, we've gotten a love somewhere. Somebody liked our video so far. So there's that. So that's all Driftwood. But we're also like Pity Pals. So,
yes.
So, Jason, this is mostly your fault.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it is. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if the people watching aren't Harbor people, but actually Pity Pals that are watching from afar to see what we're up to in the Pacific Northwest. I wouldn't be surprised if 1 or 2 were tuning in to see what that is. and so we are. Well, we've seen the clown Puddles Pity Party a few times now. Got my cry hat going on here. Cry. Jason, how would you describe Puddles?
Wow. Puddles is an enigma.
Yeah.
He is a little bit of vaudeville. He's a little bit of burlesque with clothes on.
It's a non-dirty burlesque.
Exactly. And burlesque isn't dirty. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, right. It's not dirty when Puddles does it.
No. It's performance art. It's music. It's celebrating. It's friendship. It's a multitude of things. I think you could come up with 1,000 descriptors for what his show is. Falling down that rabbit hole online and watching all the Puddles videos is pretty amazing in itself. But if you ever have the chance to see Puddles live, go to puddlespityparty.com, look at his schedule to see when he's going to be able to get back going again. And, if you're within a couple hours and it's convenient for you, take the drive, go there for a show. It's going to be unlike anything else you've seen, and I think you'll fall in love with it.
Yeah, we've definitely fallen in with the Pity Pals, and we, as often as we can, try to have all three of us go. And we've had, I don't know, probably a dozen or more other people that we've drug along shows, wives, friends, whatnot. Somebody said, does your wife like Puddles? I'm like, well, she's seen him 4 times now, so I guess she must think he's okay. So, Bryan, what is the show experience like for you?
Oh, wow. That is what it's like. Just, oh, wow.
Yeah.
You don't know what to expect going in. It's just there's this massive white clown in sad makeup who sings incredibly, touches your heart, and you can't stop laughing. He doesn't say a word, and it's a whole comedy show, concert, everything.
Yeah.
And you feel involved the entire time.
Yeah. We've ended up meeting a lot of folks from around the country. Like we'll go to a show in Seattle, and there'll be people there from Florida and Connecticut and Alberta and all over the place. Definitely a lot from around the Seattle area. Of course, Puddles has a connection to Seattle, having spent over a year at Teatro Zanzani there, which we totally missed out on. We joined a little bit after that. When we fell down the rabbit hole and went, what we missed what? We could have been there for all of this. And so when we go to a show in Seattle, those are kind of special because then it has people he's known for years there. And then we see a lot of the same folks every time we go, and they know us. Jason, the first time we went to see a show in Portland, Jason being, people don't know this, but Puddles' friend, Big Mike Geyer, is a big Elvis enthusiast. And so he does he used to do these big Elvis shows twice a year and stuff like that. Not Puddles, but Mike did. And so Puddles is very, very familiar with the Elvis stuff. And the first time we went to a show, Jason being an ETA or Elvis tribute artist, he wasn't there as Elvis, but he had these little elements. He had his little TCB necklace on and that kind of thing. Oh, look at him. Yes, we see your Elvisness, Jason. Go ahead, turn again. Turn
I was responding to some noise in the neighborhood, but you wanted this.
Yeah. Oh, TCB. So, yeah. And so Puddles grabbed Jason out of the crowd, kind of going, this guy might have some potential. Well, he didn't say it out loud, but he pulled Jason out of the crowd to sing sing a karaoke song.
And it just happened to, well, it was a Beatles tune yesterday. It just for my personal benefit, it happened to turn out to be an arrangement that Elvis used.
Yeah, so
that was nice.
Yeah, it was very nice. So all these coincidences came together, and now and people were like, "Oh, that was a plant," and we've seen since that Puddles pulls up people that sometimes can't sing. And sometimes they can. Actually, I'm surprised. He's really good because the people that he pulls up more often than not are singers, but they're rarely the singer that Jason is. Yeah. And so now when we go to shows, they see Jason, you're like, oh yeah, there's that Elvis guy. So they see that. And then that first show we had Mercedes with us. And then, Facebook comment. Aw.
Thank you, Liz.
So, but we had Mercedes was with us. So the first time he came in, he had her help him get up on the stage because he decided not to use the stairs for whatever reason. I guess because he's a clown. And then Bryan was dressed up. Bryan's always kind of slick. He changes his look every time, but it's always sharp. Unless he's wearing a Piff the Magic Dragon shirt that we tricked him into wearing. And then I wore some terrible orange pants that I had bought to annoy my wife, and have worn orange pants to every Puddle show since. We've seen a lot of Puddle shows in Portland and Seattle and Bremerton, Olympia. That was the home show. Olympia was special because that was as close to a home show as we'll probably ever get. Might have seen one in Vegas. So you were there, right, Bryan?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys are one up on me now.
Yeah.
You guys are one up on me, so
actually you guys are tied.
Well, we're tied then.
You guys are tied.
We're tied.
Yes.
Bryan.
It's the opposite way for me.
Lick Jason,
Yeah.
not licking or social distancing. Like this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got to think opposite, and you'll be fine.
I don't have this mirrored.
Put your finger back up to the side. Keep going. Oh, there it is.
So,
comedy genius.
Wow, we're pretty good. So, people know us. So there's Jason, the ETA, Elvis tribute artist. I'm the guy in the orange pants because that's all they can really think of, just like that weirdo. And then Liz says we're idiots. And then Bryan, who are you, Bryan?
I'm other guy.
Other guy. And Bryan's the other guy. That's which is pretty funny because people go, "Oh yeah, you're the other guy." Actually, there's another Bryan that goes to a lot of the shows that we go to. So sometimes we have to say, "No, our Bryan, the other guy," and they're like, "Oh yeah, okay." Because you would think there'd be lots of Jasons and Stevens at the show, but it turns out there's lots of Bryans at the show. Puddles is very popular among Bryans, so so that's always a lot of fun. Actually, I got to tell you guys something. So this is like way early. It's like weeks early, but I have no idea how. I mean, I know that like social distancing and all that's supposed to end maybe in a couple of weeks, but we all know that's probably not true. So actually, I have a little something that I wanted to share with you guys, and it's a little bit early, but I hope it's okay. Hold on.
Oh, hello, Brian. Jason and Steven have asked me to wish you a happy birthday. I can't wait to see you guys again in Portland. Until then, enjoy this silly song.
Bryan, Bryan, you are the third stooge in line. Jason is an ETA, Steven wear those orange pants, and you are the other guy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bryan. Happy birthday to you.
Hold on.
Yay.
Yeah, hold on. Still going. Okay, there we go.
That was amazing.
Surprise. You know, the things that we go through, like, how could we possibly show this to Bryan and get his reaction? So it's like, oh, yeah, let's do like a whole podcast. And all our friends are going to want to watch it anyway. So, and we'll get this out in the audio version, and people hear it. They won't see your wonderful reaction. It is. I wanted to say it's his birthday. It's not today or tomorrow, but it is coming up soon. I don't want to give out all his details, but it's soon. So if you want to send Bryan a birthday present, just send it to BryanBlackburn@gmail.com. I don't know. That's not it. Don't send it to BryanBlackburn@gmail.com because that's not his address. But you can find him on Facebook. Yeah, and so soon. Happy birthday soon. So, soon. And then you'll be almost as old as us. Actually, you'll always be almost as old as us. When are you going to be as old as us, Bryan? Soon. Okay.
Soon.
Yeah. So we have this little thing where we hook up with our good friend and clown Puddles and reach out wherever we can. So. Happy birthday, Bryan. Soon. So that's Puddles. What have you guys been doing over quarantine? I want to hear about that.
Yes, Bryan. What have you been doing?
I got me a brand new gaming headset so I could game with friends.
You
Nice.
can game with
And
friends.
I got PlayStation Online.
So you got game.
So I got game.
Yeah.
Playing Borderlands, Far Cry, Uno.
Nice.
And every once in a while, Evil Apples.
Nice. We got to do some more Evil Apples. Trying to sort that out. Evil Apples is that is an app version of Cards Against Humanity, so figure that out. Actually, I have an idea, and I wouldn't count that as an episode of Harbor Famous, but I might do something that's Harbor Famous. If we can get up to 6 people, like I said, I can have up to 6 people on here. Do Jackbox. We can do Jackbox games and stream that out on Facebook and YouTube. So that could be a thing. It's not quite the same as Cards Against Humanity. It turns out we're terrible people, but only as part of a game. Only as part of a game. We in real life we're very fine, upstanding citizens of Grace Harbor. But we could play Jackbox with folks, and so it's just a matter of finding 6 people and getting it down to 6 people. So it might be a matter of matching up who would be interactive personalities on the same times, and then do some Jackbox, and then get them all on at the same time. Then you can watch us play games, which is potentially entertaining, but probably not. No, just kidding. We're funny. We're funny people. Bryan's funny people.
Funny.
Yeah, Bryan's funny.
Oh, I try. when I talk.
Yeah. So we can definitely do that. So you've been playing games, and so you have friends now. That's cool. I wish I had friends. That's why I have to do this. So that's cool. You've been playing Uno on the computer, on them video game machines with your foosball and your Pong.
Foosball is the devil.
No,
If
I plan to play
foosball's not the devil, Mama. And Jason, have you been cooking?
I have. I've been doing a little bit. So
Yeah.
I mean, I cook anyway.
Right.
I know a lot of people, because of the stay-at-home order, they've been doing extra cooking at home, but I kind of do that stuff anyway. I did have a couple of new firsts. My youngest daughter, because of she enjoys the Disney movie Ratatouille, wanted me to make a ratatouille, so I did that for the first time. That I was really happy with that. I like to do a lot of Italian cooking, but I don't necessarily feel like I get to do that cooking in the kitchen. There's another personality trait that kind of takes over. I've named him Chubby Cannoli.
Oh.
And yeah, he kind of takes over when the Italian stuff was going on. So if there's some homemade pasta or some chicken parmesan, some veal marsala, whatever it might be, yeah, he tends to take over. So I get to see the results afterward.
Yeah. Are you? The important question is, are you going to put this on YouTube so that we can see it?
I have plans to, yes. Well, I don't know if I get to put the video on or if Chubby will put the video on, but I may just do, or Chubby might do a Facebook Live something. I don't know.
Okay. Well, if
that or YouTube.
Yeah, if Chubby needs some help getting that kind of set up, just let me know. I mean, I know Jason is well in with the people in the world of film, but
right.
But Facebook Live and YouTube Live, that's a different thing. And so, how can we string together two cans and an IKEA flip phone and plug it into the internet and put out YouTube videos? So, but I think we need to see Chubby Cannoli at work.
Yes, it's definitely been thought about. I think I did put some feelers out there to ask what some people might see as a first video, what they'd like to see him make. I think the top two things were either cannoli or tiramisu. But it could just be something as simple as a pasta or something like that, and I don't think the videos will be too long. Just something to do to have some fun.
Maybe we need to do the cannolis. I mean, maybe we need to. I mean, first you got to make the cannolis, and then you have to deliver the cannolis. Leaving on people's porches, and then running away and keeping a safe distance.
True. I have not tried a vegan version of cannoli yet, though.
Yeah, well, that's just don't put any meat in, and we're halfway there. So, just saying. As far as I know, your cannolis aren't sugar-free either. So
true.
Yeah.
Although they do tend to sweeten as I hold them.
Yeah. I'm just seeing this just terrible version of us redoing Calendar Girls with the guys with cannolis. You're gonna need to make a bigger cannoli, Jason. I'm just saying.
A much bigger cannoli.
Okay. So and then
okay.
Let's see.
No graphic. There's no clip art.
I have. Let's see. I have. I have. Yeah, no cannoli. Nope, no graphic. So
I think he did have some mascarpone about right there.
yeah. So no graphic ready. And let's see. Everybody's been stuck at home. Actually, Jason is an essential worker, so he's been working.
Yeah, I've still been doing the day job, and actually my hours are increasing now. So I'm having to go down a little more often and make sure that the other essential workers out there can get fed too. So not everybody.
I think that was about the cannolis.
More than yeah.
So,
You're welcome, Liz. You're welcome. But I have been doing that. So now today I do get to enjoy a day off, and so I'm spending it with my friends who I enjoy. So
nice.
yes, I'm talking about you guys. And
I was going to say you got something after this. Nice.
But I'm also trying to take this time to do a little bit of writing. I don't really consider myself a writer. First and foremost, I'm an actor. But I'm jotting down a few ideas, trying to come up with a few things, because as soon as these stay-at-home orders are lifted and more of us can start getting together, I have an overwhelming itch that needs to be scratched in the world of film. So I need to.
Good. I thought you were going to ask for more cowbell.
You could always use more cowbell. But yeah, I'm anxious to do that and get back together with my friends David Goodman and Miranda Connor with. Oh, you can't. There it is. Pale Horse Films. There we go. Got my little logo shirt on there today. Yeah. Also, I just reminded myself that a couple of films I'm in. One, Dead Faith, which is with Pale Horse Films. That is just within the last few weeks, I think, has become available on DVD. It's been streaming on Amazon, along with our series Capital Murder and a short film of ours, Training Grounds. But Dead Faith is on DVD now. I know it's available at Walmart.com. I'm not sure. I'm assuming it'll be on the shelves at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And then more recently, there's a film I was in called Beloved Beast. It is a horror film. I played a very small role of a drunk fisherman, one of the victims of an escaped asylum inhabitant. Mm-hmm. That has been streaming on several platforms for a while now, but that's now been released on DVD, and you can get it at Walmart and at Best Buy. So some interesting things in the film world still happening, even though we all can't be out doing all the extra fun stuff.
So people can go to Amazon and get themselves a Prime account, start streaming some of the stuff right now.
Yeah, well, even if you don't have a Prime account, you can still go to Amazon and rent or buy.
Please do buy these. You could you could do it on Prime for free, but it's not free. You still paid for it. But
now, Beloved Beast, which is
film. Support Northwest Film, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or
just support indie film all around.
Indie film, yes.
But Northwest, yeah, in particular. Beloved Beast was actually with a group called Chronicle Factory. It was written, directed, and stars my good friend Jonathan Holbrook. So, hi, Jonathan, if you're watching. We miss you.
He's still making
it. He's working. He's actually, what's really cool about his job. His job that he has, the place, this warehouse, they switched gears. I believe they had something to do with furniture, but the owner of the company started making masks for medical facilities.
Yeah.
So they're doing their part to pitch in for COVID-19.
Yeah. Very cool.
But yeah, Beloved Beast is on Amazon and other streaming services. That one is a rent or buy. But with Pale Horse Films, any of our three offerings are on Amazon. And if you have a Prime account, you can watch those for free. Otherwise, you can rent or buy. And Dead Faith, I was told that it was on a few other streaming services. I haven't, maybe Tubi, something through Roku. And I've tried to search a little bit for those, and I haven't found it yet. So I'm not sure how all that works. I haven't looked too in depth, but it's out there.
Yeah. With this video that we're doing now, this is actually available on Roku too. You just have to go to this channel called YouTube and find it there. So, and then Bryan, you've been buried in the world of masks too.
Yes, my wife has a company called Little Fish Stitches, and she's made hundreds of masks.
Yeah.
So if you go to her Etsy shop, they're there.
So go to Etsy and look for Little Fish Stitches, and you can find locally made fabric masks. Well, I was going to show you the fabric mask I have, but it's not what she did. So it's not an accurate portrayal of what you'll get. But she's got some pretty cool designs and stuff like that. So definitely some fashionable ways to protect yourself and others when you're out and about. And then she's got a podcast and some videos for knitting. Is that right?
She has, but she hasn't done one in quite a while.
I'm
the one who streams now.
You're the streamer?
Yeah.
Are you streaming your games?
Twitch, yes.
Yes,
so
you've been. So we can go to Twitch, look for Bryan, and see you streaming Uno.
It's CYKO79, and it's usually not Uno, because if I do that, they can watch it and see my cards.
Oh, that would be brilliant. Yeah. See, that's why we can't stream us playing Cards Against Humanity, because then everybody would see it. So, yeah. But,
I'll leave a comment on YouTube too if you want. You can catch me live.
Catch Bryan live on the Twitch, playing Borderlands and things like that.
Borderlands and my new one, Control.
Control. What is Control? So.
Oh, you play someone with psychokinetic powers.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So I see the comment from Liz. Shelvis will be so happy to hear from TB, Twitchy bastard. So would you like me to explain that comment?
Yes, please explain that comment.
So in the film Dead Faith, I play a character named John Mills who has some facial tics. I wish I could have put the glasses on, but my hair is all combed down over my face, and I had it very greasy, and I wore glasses, and I created a Twitch, 2 parts. One was my eyes, just doing that a lot, and the other was the corner of my mouth, and I would do that, and there's a voice that goes with it. A lot of people have referred to that character in film as Sling Blade meets The Walking Dead. And anyway, she Liz and her friend had seen this film, and Liz wanted to bring her up to me after the film was over. We had a premiere, and she goes, "Here, let's reintroduce you, and you can say hi to Jason." And apparently she had said, "I don't want to go shake hands with that twitchy bastard." So I was a little too convincing in the film. So but she got to see me in my Elvis persona at a show, and so now she's got another image to take that place. But the nickname of TB has kind of stuck from her.
Yeah. I know after I must have done okay during The Foreigner, because after most shows at the Driftwood, we go out to the lobby where we can do a meet and greet with the audience and that kind of thing. And Alan Bevington, who was in that Foreigner show, would be standing next to me as we did it. And people would come up to me and they'd say, "You did very, very well in that show. It must have been really hard to learn all those words and all of that." And Alan would go, you know, he's not really stupid, right? Acting. So what the trick was, that means that I fooled Alan into thinking that I wasn't actually stupid. Just a different flavor. Turns out, you know, a few more shows, he's like, yeah, actually, because he is that stupid after all. So I'm just not Allard. So
your Mensa card says differently.
My Mensa card is so expired. They took that away from me.
Uh-oh.
Well, it turns out you have to continue to pay dues, and it was really just a nice magazine, and that was about it. So, and the ability to annoy people by saying, you know, I have a Mensa card. So,
do you also do CrossFit?
No, I don't do CrossFit, and I tried not to talk about being a vegan, but
so you're only a double threat right now.
I am a vegan, former member of Mensa. I don't do CrossFit. What else could I possibly annoy people with by every time I mention it? Oh, I'm an atheist. Sorry. Yeah, Brian's throwing me the horns. I feel you, brother. So,
see, this is why the three of us balance each other out.
We balance each other out. We it's funny because I don't know how long this is going to go, because, you know, when we get in conversation and we're not getting pulled away to have other commitments, like, oh, my wife expects me to be home tonight.
Yeah.
Then sometimes we hang out and we talk for hours, and nobody wants to see us talk for hours, not on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, or on podcast later, which can be found anywhere you can find your podcast or ask your smart speaker. Actually, it's going to be a while for this first episode, because when you put a new podcast out, it takes a few days to get all the approvals. But after that, episodes go up within like a day. So we will have the audio only version, which is beneficial because then you don't have to see Jason's cannoli.
So a very, very large cannoli.
Very large cannoli. Brian, I think you have a bird in your room. Oh wait, that's Jason. Jason's outside.
I'm outside.
One outside, yeah.
Thank you for reminding us that we still have an outside that we are allowed to go into, as long as we're fenced and properly social distancing.
Bird.
Oh, you do. You have a Hedwig. Have a nice Hedwig, and a few knitting supplies too. So
a few.
I'm coming to you from the Events on Emerson Studios in Hoquiam, where I have a nice backdrop as opposed to a bunch of cables and wires and things that I want to hide from you. Okay. Liz has to go sell tomato plants. Bye, Liz.
Bye, Liz. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. You can catch us later. We'll be around to watch over and over and over again. And you can catch it on the YouTube also. Yeah. What else is going on? What else is new? You're working on writing stuff, so you're going to make film when you're allowed to.
Oh yeah, as soon as we can all get together again, I have to film something, so I need to have something ready to go.
Yeah.
Well, we just before this all happened, we had started working on Pale Horse Films had started working on their next feature.
Yeah.
And so that was something exciting, but that's still in the early stages. So I'm trying to at least come up with some concepts for a short film or two. Something anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. And even if we don't necessarily do anything with it, we can at least treat it like a workshop and just kind of shake the rust off and hone the craft.
Yeah. And then Brian, you're gonna do theater again when they let you.
Oh, if it feels like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got auditions coming up in May.
You're still on the board for Driftwood.
Yes, I'm still bored with what?
Yeah, on the board. On the board.
I'm on the board. I'm the secretary. Yeah.
Yes.
So I type a lot.
And then, so the next
That
show,
just means you're on your phone during the meetings.
No, it's a tablet.
Stop texting during the meetings, Brian.
so
Hmm?
So the show that was supposed to go in May is on hold and probably going to happen later. So I think I have the next show if we have returned to life in July. So yeah, so I am going to plan and move forward and have auditions. You better get an in with the director somehow, Brian. And then it's going to be really exciting to get back and do theater again. I think
Yes.
I'm going to make up a rumor, but I thought I actually heard it that the college is working on 10-minute plays to be done distantly. Maybe. So
I heard the rumor.
You've heard that rumor too. So that wasn't
Yeah.
just inside my head.
No, I think
Like
I heard that too.
Oh, that is so exciting to me. I'm going to definitely look to tune in for that when it happens, or, later when it's convenient. I mean, no, I would do it live in the person. Entertainment's changed a lot in the last, 100 years. I mean, month and a half. And so
Same.
I'm really excited to see what's happening up at Grace Harbor College with 10-minute plays and how that works. Could definitely present some interesting scripting possibilities. That tells me that idea I had for a movie back when that I sent you, and you just went and shrugged your head and threw it aside. Not so dumb now, is it, Jason? Is it? Now it's brilliant. Just think, you could have had that in the can already. Put it out. Everybody would have said, yeah.
Something wrong with my earbuds.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. I say this like as if I had a fully formulated idea. It's like,
Right.
Hey, wouldn't it be cool to do like a horror film? And they're like, yeah, that's what we do. Sometimes. So, yeah. I always love when somebody comes to you like, hey, I have this really great idea. And then they tell you exactly what you've been doing. You're like, thanks. That's helpful. You're going to do, okay. You go ahead and go run with it.
Yeah, we'll look into that.
We'll look into that. I had somebody say, hey, I got this really great idea. What? I want to, they cold called me to say that they had a great idea to to have an event center in Hoquiam where they could have events and they could host nonprofits and do all kinds of stuff. And yeah, that's a really good idea. If only somebody was doing that. Oh, wait. Are you calling me for advice or? Yeah. So, yeah, my event center is not an event center right now. It's my office. It's an office and studio. Fortunately, this is a kind of a downtime of year for me anyway, but I think we're going to be super, super busy when people can meet each other again, even if that's a while down the road. We'll be fine. We'll be good. But it's a little quiet at the moment, except for I can hear the RVs heading to Ocean Shores to social distance alone.
Are those King County RVs?
They're not all from in-state either. So,
Wow.
yeah. I did see there's a sign on right by the split where the highway splits between going to Ocean Shores or going up the peninsula. There's a sign that says parks and beaches closed, social stay home order. And you'd think, oh, that's a really nice idea. Apparently, Department of Transportation put it out, and I actually saw an RV pull over and try to figure out how they were going to turn around and go back because they didn't know the beaches were closed, and so they were going to go home. And so at least one RV turned around and went home. I'm sure they stopped for gas and bought out all the toilet paper at Swanson's before they went home, but at least it helped a little bit. What else we got going on? Game nights. We did a game night I think you might have been working, Jason. Bryan was on and playing, but he didn't join the voice chat, so we didn't hear.
I tried. I couldn't get it to work.
Yeah.
And my internet wasn't cooperating.
Yeah. One of my other friends didn't realize that was the voice chat. And so she's like, it would have been better if we could talk to each other. I'm like, yeah, we could have. So she's like, oh, that's what that was for? Like, yes, that's what that was for. So, but we'll figure something out. And
so what about this? I guess as long as you and I kept our social distance, what about we could do a online concert.
Oh,
I could come over and do an Elvis gig.
Oh, yeah, we can figure that out. We could certainly put something together where we keep our distance and do an Elvis-y kind of show. I don't know. Do people still want that?
I
they
don't
weren't
know.
fast enough with the comments, so guess
No,
not.
they weren't.
They weren't. Liz isn't on anymore, so
That's right. Our one viewer left us.
There's more than one viewer at the moment. I'm not saying there's more than two, but there's more than one. So somebody's watching and just keeping their silence. We're probably on in the background while they color or
Right. It's just ammunition for later, I'm sure.
Yeah. They're going to find out how terrible we are. Yeah, we could try to see if we can figure out an Elvis tribute show. And that's certainly something that we can do. And while being safe and keeping distance, because it would be you and me and with some distance in between. So, yeah, they probably wouldn't be on the stage just because of how long the cord is to the between the camera and the computer, but we'll figure that out. Yeah, I don't know. If I can figure out a way to do it on the stage, we can do it on the stage. And that would be that'd be awful fun. So we can do that with a little bit. Yeah, we have some tools. We can do some stuff.
Do it. I'll watch.
You'll watch.
It'll be on in the background while I color, but it'll be on.
Well, you're doing a puzzle. It was funny. Like one of the last time I was in Dollar Tree, just kind of as we knew this was going down, people were at Dollar Tree buying, paper towels and water and soap and this. And I was like, I have all that stuff. And I was buying coloring books and more coloring books and crayons and things to maybe some puzzles. Turns out I don't know how to colors. Those lines are so hard.
Are those the 4 and up puzzles?
Yeah. Yes.
That's 2 pieces.
That's stupid. 4 and up puzzles have like 24 pieces, Jason.
Math.
When
does a joke become a dad joke?
I'm sure it becomes apparent.
Exactly.
So what have you been doing for entertainment, Jason?
Well, I have been doing a little bit of gaming too, although I'm not streaming like Bryan. But I've been playing a little bit of Red Dead Redemption 2. What else? Um, like a lot of people doing the Netflix thing, or um, I did. I got into Outlander after all these years, and then fell out of the habit for a little while, and then got back into it. And it wasn't too long ago that I finally got all caught up on that. Let's see, this is Sunday. I think there's a new episode of it on today or tonight. I don't know. I don't know when they show that. Uh, uh, a TV show that's on. I don't have regular cable, so I just kind of catch up with streaming services. But I've discovered, well, I like Nathan Fillion anyway. But a while back, some friends of mine got me hooked on The Rookie. So I've been watching that, and I enjoy Melissa O'Neill, who plays Lucy Chen on The Rookie. I discovered her on a show called Dark Matter that I really liked, and I was sad to see get canceled after a couple seasons. Even though they were doing well, they still got canceled anyway. But one of her former castmates from that show had an appearance on The Rookie, so it was nice to see a couple of those actors together again on screen. Yeah, just checking up. I use movies like textbooks, so any movies, TV shows that I'm watching, because all the best actors steal from other actors.
I can certainly think of a few times that you and I have gone and seen a play. And we'll be sitting there, and we're both looking at the sets. We're looking at this. We're watching it from the eyes of a director. And
Yes.
it's like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, well, all right, and then and
Which it's good and bad. Most of the time, I am watching things like a director, even though what I want to do is act. But every once in a while, I'm solely watching for the entertainment. Now that's how I am at a Puddles show. That's just relaxed and let loose and everything all at the same time.
Yeah, very good. And then yeah, I've been playing a video game too.
Leisure Suit Larry.
No, it's not the 90s anymore.
The Oregon Trail.
No, I did watch The Trail to Oregon from Starcade Productions. Awesome show. It's on YouTube. You should see that. No, I've been playing Animal Crossing and, racking in some bells and engaging in some serious resource-based capitalism. And so, yeah. So if you have any apples, just let me know. I got peaches and oranges and pears and all that I'd be happy to trade. I just need apples. And yeah. So yeah, I've been playing video games too. It's a little less shooty than those other games, but also not quite. I mean, I could stream it. I mean, we have like a pretty badass island, but I don't know if people want to watch me play Animal Crossing. They probably want to watch my wife play Animal Crossing because she's been really just dominating and making all kinds of flowers and changing outfits and things like that. She's pretty good at it. So, not like Borderlands, not like Control or different. Okay.
So this isn't video game related, but it is entertainment related. And I don't know if Bryan would recognize this name, but I know you would. Sadly, recently, in the realm of the World Wrestling Entertainment, Ring announcer Howard Finkel passed away recently.
Yeah.
I think he was the only one. But he was a cool guy that I always, sometimes those ring announcers stand out to you. They're just they have, I don't know if it's the charisma or what you call it, but the Fink was a cool dude.
Yeah. Going back. I don't know how I feel about wrestling at the moment.
I had always considered myself a diehard WWE enthusiast. Given that I haven't had regular cable in so long, I was only able to catch up with wrestling and stay current on things, via the internet, which is fine. But I really felt myself distanced from the product. There's a couple of guys that I think are still interesting and they're allowed to do well, but the new group AEW, All Elite Wrestling, has caught my interest. So you've got Cody. Well, he can't go by Cody Rhodes in AEW because that's copyrighted by World Wrestling Entertainment, so he only goes by Cody.
Yeah.
But Dustin Rhodes, formerly Goldust in the WWE, he's there, and some throwbacks like Jake the Snake Roberts or Tully Blanchard from the original Four Horsemen. They've got some legends hanging around the biz. Art Anderson, passing on their knowledge to these guys who are hungry and want to make a good show.
He was a long time writer for them too, right? Not just a wrestler back going to the 80s and 90s. Didn't he do stuff in between?
Are you talking about Arn?
Yeah.
Well, Arn was with WWE for a long time as a backstage guy.
Right.
He was also heading up the ladies division and mentoring them as well. And he's now with AEW. He's, if there's an aspect to the business, I think he's done it.
So I know WWE has decided, well, being in Florida, they are an essential business and they will continue to produce product. Is AEW still producing product?
They are. They have filmed in a couple of different locations, one of them having been Florida. Now, since WWE has recently been deemed essential, sorry, my mind is wanting to branch off in other directions with that.
Well, that's where my mind is at.
Okay. As far as I know, they plan to continue with that. If they're just going to come back to Florida for it, I'm not sure yet. I haven't seen what they're doing, but I would think that if that's where they would go back to. I think they have a headquarters there.
I can think of one place I don't want to be right now is Florida, where the beaches are open and everybody's acting like it's spring break.
Right.
And so that's not where I'd want to be filming, or I wouldn't want to be doing it at all. But
yeah, you think WWE might be losing some stock? Losing people that hold stock.
Could be. There is that, and then of course, in a separate venture, but same people, the XFL has folded.
Yes,
their football enterprise has not worked a second time. So I'm sure that probably is actually playing into the need to make the wrestling product continue to sell.
Well, they just had what they've called Black Wednesday this past Wednesday in WWE, where several talents and wrestlers and referees included, and a couple behind the scenes folks were all released to cut expenses. I think they're saving about $8 million a year.
Which is actually, they're a much bigger enterprise than that. So.
Yes, they are.
So,
but yeah, they just had a big. which is good for those who weren't happy in their contracts.
Right. Yeah, true. So,
But it's just the timing is due to what's going on is pretty harsh.
yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a trying time in so many different ways. I know that my main job is at home. Bryan, your main job is also at home
Right now it is, yes.
Yeah. So, and I know my workload has gone up, and you said your workload has gone up too.
Yes, it's just gotten harder
Yeah. So
doing everything online.
yeah, and then you're out in the world and in person, but with a distance and air high fives and dad jokes.
Right.
But making sure the people in Raymond are fed and hydrated. So
Exactly.
that if they want to go and get some grub, they can drop by Wildman Brewing for some takeout.
Mm-hmm.
On
Yeah,
especially if Jason's there.
exactly. So there's a menu and a tap list at wildmanbrewing.com. You can also go to the Facebook page and view copies of the menu and all that there, plus some very enticing photos of our food.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're there Tuesday through Saturday. We have two segments that we're open. We're open from 11 to 2 and then 3 to 7. That's Tuesday through Saturday. And Sundays, they are 3 to 7. Mm-hmm. And you can call in, grab some food. You can pay over the phone. If you need curbside service, they can bring it out to you. And if you need a crowler or growler of beer or mead, you can purchase one of those. You are welcome to bring in your own growler. We do have steps that we take to make sure everything's sanitary. And if you don't drink, we do have some canned soda and bottled water, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I like soda pop.
Yeah. Are we still doing the Diet Dr. Pepper, Stephen?
I had a Diet Dr. Pepper today. Yes. I'm trying to cut back on it, but yes, I do have usually like one a day. Important question. Are you guys wearing pants?
Kind of.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that you guys didn't think this was a waist up only affair.
Do you want to see?
Are you wearing me undies? Okay. I have. Yeah. Make sure that get the orange pants on. So gotta stay fashionable.
Yeah, my blue jeans aren't as exciting.
Yeah. Well. I'm leaving that one for you, Bryan. If you want to pick that one up and run with it, you can go for it.
Your blue jeans are exciting. Unless you meant mine. No, I've got.
Well, I do.
Oh, nice. I'm digging
those are Walmart pants.
Probably.
No, that's what you wear when you wear to Walmart.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. When you
I've been doing it wrong.
You do not have to take them off at the door. You can wear them inside. As long as you're maintaining a 6-foot distance between you and the next car.
You do have to take them off when you exit along with your gloves.
Yes. Please do not throw them in the parking lot.
Yes. They need to go in the proper receptacle. Respectable receptacle.
Reciprocal.
Yes.
Oh man, I got a headache now.
I don't know why we're not making $1 million with this already. I mean, this is common gold.
This is like we would have like a meeting where we met with everybody and we're like, are they gone yet? Or is everybody gone? Can we just be ourselves? And then everybody's like, what do those three guys talk about when it's just the three of them? Now you know.
Well, are we really being ourselves? This is live.
There's a few things that there might be a little bit of a censor, but it's just a little one.
A little. I still have my shirt on, and we haven't used the word poop.
No. That's not the word.
No.
That's not the word. Yes, the word that we use amongst ourselves that we don't want you to hear is poop.
Because if you don't know, well,
Then you don't know.
right.
You don't know, then you don't know. I think I was going to play with her.
Oh, yeah. Fortunately, that doesn't quite affect me like it used to. I'm able to dismiss that.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I know that our viewers are trying to figure out if they need to find another YouTube channel to color to, or if they can keep going with this on the Facebooks or whatnot. But we get offline. There's some stuff that we need to talk about, our secret plans that we don't need to share with everyone. We got to keep our secrets.
Yeah, they'll find out when they watch the next episode of America's Most Wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. So I want to thank Bryan Blackburn and Jason Whited for joining me on this first episode.
Hi, Brian.
Am I doing that right? I'm doing it wrong.
This way.
You're that way.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. Why are you over there?
And then Brian's here and Steven's there.
Oh, it's so confusing. But so I'm going to try to do these weekly with different folks. Sometimes they'll be live. Sometimes I will have to pre-record it and release it. And hopefully we'll have Bryan and Jason back for future episodes.
Trying to hold you up.
Yes. Thank you for supporting the dead weight that is our comedy skills. And then after the fact, I will put this out in audio form wherever you can get the podcast. The first one's going to be delayed a few days, but after that, it should be up within a few hours or a day of the video stream.
When you do break this down into audio only, make sure you capture my good side.
Yes. I'm sure that, I feel sorry for the people that just listen to this because you didn't get this glorious puddle shirt that I'm wearing because everybody likes to, hey, stop, that tickles. So, stop.
Okay.
I feel like Bruce Valanche now.
I was going to play with him once too.
Jeez. Bryan's done Muppets on stage.
Yes, I won't tell you which one, but I have.
I've seen it. I was like, wow, Ron, this is a very interesting interpretation.
Almost as good as the sock puppets.
I really have to appreciate Ron Rogers who could say, Bryan, I want to do a musical. I want you to be in it. Please be a mime. So
I was mic'd too.
he was a mime. He was mic'd. I got to get you into that supercut of all the different Jesuses from Jesus Christ Superstar singing Gethsemane, singing Why. I mean, you definitely belong in there with Lin-Manuel Miranda singing Gethsemane.
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't the Brady Bunch, Jason.
I know, it's what it's reminding me of.
What?
Alice, where'd you go?
Oh,
This is why we don't use Zoom. Zoom does not work as good as this.
Wasn't that a movie though? Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore.
Maybe.
And then I saw the sequel that it wasn't very long, and I can't remember the name of it. I think it was Alice Still Doesn't Live Here, but it was
this up?
It was only one line. It went like this. Did she move?
Did you make that up? Was it Telly Savalas? Are you going to tell me it was Telly Savalas? Like,
You got it, baby.
Thanks for. I'm gonna play some upbeat music, and then we can chat afterwards with the real secrets.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for joining me.
Soon.